Hello and welcome students. Today we are going to discuss about aspects of institutional management, curricular and co-curricular programs. The main objectives of our lecture are to familiarize the learners with the concept of institutional management, to familiarize the learners with the need and importance of institutional management, to enable the students to understand the main aims of institutional management, to enable the students to understand the major functions of institutional management, to make the learners familiar with the various aspects of institutional management, and to make the students familiar with different types of curricular and co-curricular activities. Education is the means of providing a series of learning experiences to the students in order to impart knowledge, values, attitudes, and skills with the ultimate aim of making them productive members of the society. To realize this need, we require proper institutional management. Now, what is management? Management is an integral part of any organization. The survival of any organization is largely dependent on the quality of management or administrative services available. Management implies an orderly way of thinking. It is a primary force within any organization which coordinates the activities of its various systems in relation to its objectives. It is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, actualizing, controlling, evaluating, and accomplishing the stated objectives by the use of human and other resources. Institutional management implies the practical measures for ensuring the system to work for achieving the goals or objectives of an educational institution. Institutional management is compulsory for every educational institution. For ensuring grand success of any educational program, management is must, which depends on institutional management. The main purpose of institutional management is to create a congenial environment for the attainment of the aims and objectives of the educational system. Thus, institutional management is the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the activities of an institution by utilizing human and material resources so as to effectively and efficiently accomplish functions of teaching, extension work, and research. Knowledge of institutional management will surely help us in making the process of education smoother on a massive scale. Need and importance of institutional management. It includes the study of theories of management science which define and describe the roles and responsibilities of the educational manager and the development of managerial skills. It includes the study of educational planning at macro levels, its goals, principles, approaches, and processes. At micro level, it helps in understanding and facilitates institutional planning and educational administration. Helps in decision making, problem solving, communication, information management, and effective team building. Helps in planning of curricular and co-curricular activities, academic calendar and preparation of timetable. Helps in maintenance of school records, evaluation of students' achievement. Helps in effective allocation of financial resources and planning of the budget of an institution. Now let us discuss about the main aims of institutional management. Achieving aims and objectives of the institution. Improving the processes of planning, organizing, and implementing within the institution. Creating, enhancing, and maintaining a positive public image of the institution. Optimal utilization of the available resources. Enhancing the efficiency of institution. Enabling job satisfaction. Creating and maintaining a congenial and cohesive atmosphere. Managing interpersonal conflicts, stress. Improving interpersonal communication among members of the school or college, building a relationship with the community, It enables the principal to understand his role and carry out his functions more effectively. Major functions of institutional management. First, planning. Planning is the first step in any administrative function. Planning is defined as a process of setting objectives and determining the actions in order to achieve them. It is a decision-making activity. Planning is the process of preparing a set of discussions for action in future directed at achieving goals. Without planning, an individual or a society, an institute or a nation can't prosper. Similarly, any educational institution can't achieve the targeted goals unless it goes for proper planning. Plans are made after objectives or goals are set. Planning is usually regarded as a search for the best method of achieving these goals. Planning of all the activities and programs of the school in the beginning of the session, that is, admission, academic work, co-curricular activities, examination, staff meetings, etc., ensures smooth functioning of the whole educational process. Next, organization. Organization is the fundamental task in every administration. It is mainly concerned with provision, arrangement, and manpower, which enable the administration to carry out its functions. In the words of Sheldon, organizing is the process of so combining the work which individuals or groups have to perform with facilities necessary for its execution such that the duties performed provide the best channels for efficient, systematic, positive and coordinated application of available effort. Effective organization implies that the right people are assigned to do the correct jobs at appropriate times. Activities should be assigned to individuals on the basis of their ascertained qualification, experience and interests. Thus, organizing is concerned with work, people and authority relationships. It aims at effective teamwork towards achievement of predetermined objectives. It involves the assignment of tasks, the grouping of tasks into departments or sections, and the assignment of authority and allocation of resources. Third, directing. Directing is the process of guiding the human efforts and achieving the desired aims or objectives. Directing is the art of influencing the staff in such a way that they willingly strive to achieve the group goals. It focuses on the development of willingness to work with passion and confidence, provides adequate guidelines to complete the task, and motivates individuals to achieve goals in a coordinated manner. It also focuses on exercising leadership while determining responsibility and accountability. Thus, directing involves development of willingness to work with zeal and confidence, providing adequate guidelines to complete the task, motivating people to move towards the desired goals, exercising leadership, determining accountability, and developing guidelines for action. Now, coordination. Coordination is the process of harmonizing in a uniform way all the elements, the persons, materials, and services so as to interview them to achieve a common objective. For this purpose, the management should clearly define division of labor, allocation of tasks, and control and supervision over the human or material elements and establishing good understanding or relationship between them. Controlling. Controlling is the regulation of operation in accordance with the objectives specified in plans. It involves measuring and monitoring performance in accordance with plans and taking corrective action when required. It establishes performance standards based on the objectives, measures and reports actual performance, compares the two and takes corrective or preventive action as necessary. Controlling indicates the quantum of goals achieved and the extent of deviation from actual plans, generates accurate information and necessary feedback. Thus, controlling focuses upon the difference between planned and actual performance. Controlling is especially concerned with the areas of first, institutional budget. It includes financing in terms of income and expenditure, institutional supplies, that is stationery and material equipment, library maintenance and upgrading, teaching learning process, accounts and school records, discipline of staff and students. Evaluation. Evaluation is the best way to find out the success or failure of a plan. Evaluation is the process of measuring and assessing the achievement of objectives while providing an insight into strengths and weaknesses and planning for future attempts. It helps to determine the effectiveness of plans for both administrators and other stakeholders like teachers, staff, students and parents, as also the extended community. It seeks to document the objectives that have been met and to provide information to the all concerned stakeholders regarding achievement, obstacles and corrective action or improvements. Thus, evaluation focuses on the process, that is, how is the plan being carried out, outcome, that is achievement of objectives, and impact, that is effect of the plans initiated. In an educational setting, evaluation of the following areas is carried out, namely goals and objectives, content, selection, validity, relevance and appropriateness, processes like teacher activities, pupil activities, instructional material, teaching methods, outcome, that is assessment and feedback. Now let us talk about management of human resources. Human resources constitute a vital vein of any organization. This includes both teaching and non-teaching staff of an educational institution, students and their parents, members of the community and parents-teachers association, departmental officials and members of the managing or governing body. Management of human resources is of vital importance and thus requires proper selection, recruitment, appointment, hire, retention, development and motivation of the personnel to achieve the educational objectives. Educational institution, in order to be effective and efficient, has to ensure that there are right type of people with the right skills in the right place and at the right time for carrying out various jobs and services. For this purpose, human resource needs are to be identified. Proper selection and recruitment are to be made, demands and supply of services be properly matched, and suitable forecasting be made about the future requirements. Management of material resources. Although the human resources of an institution are the most important elements, the physical and material resources are no less important. Basic infrastructure in concrete terms is essential for every organization or institution. Physical and material resources refer to the school building, playground, library, labs, auditorium, office stationery, equipment, furniture, and other teaching learning materials. These sources are part and parcel of an educational institution for organizing different curricular and co-curricular programs. Like human resources, there must be proper identification of physical resource needs, installation, maintenance, and the most important thing is their optimum utilization. But the material resources must be of right type with right specifications to be available in the right place and at the right time, so that the educational goals can be realized without difficulty, duplication, and wastage. It is also necessary that physical resources should have adequate flexibility, adaptability, and stability for meeting the future needs and conditions. Now, management of financial resources. Effective management depends upon optimum utilization of human and material resources. Financial resources provide the support for human resource development and material management. Thus, proper management of financial resources is very important for overall management of the institution. Financial management is a system which studies the various sources of income and areas of expenditure. It decides priorities and meets the expenditure on priority areas within the allotment received. It ensures efficient use of financial resources for management of human and material resources for accomplishment of predetermined objectives. Now, management of means and methods. It includes implementation of the curriculum by adopting principles of its construction and organizing learning experiences or activities of different subjects by adopting appropriate methodology. Now, let us discuss about curricular and co-curricular programs. The core aim of educational system is to foster all-round development of the child. All-round development essentially means physical, intellectual, moral, spiritual and social development. To fulfill these objectives, there is a prime need of striking a balance between curricular and co-curricular activities. In the total educational program, curricular and co-curricular activities occupy the central position. Curricular and co-curricular activities are complementary to each other. These activities help in developing integrated human personality. Activities that are undertaken inside the classroom, in the lab or in the library and have reference to the prescribed courses of study are called as curricular activities. These activities are a part of the overall instructional program. There is full involvement of the teaching staff in these activities. These activities include teaching of different subjects by the teacher, practical work in the labs, library reading, etc. Now, let us discuss about various types of curricular activities. Classroom activities. These activities are related to the instruction work in different subjects such as discussions, question-answer sessions, use of audio-visual aids, examination and evaluation work, etc. Activities in the library. These include reading books, journals, periodicals and magazines, taking notes from prescribed or reference books pertaining to different subjects of study, etc. Now, activities in the lab. These activities are carried out in the science labs, social science rooms, psychology and home science labs, computer labs, etc. Now, what are co-curricular activities? Education aims at the development of whole personality of the child. Any curriculum that must serve this purpose must be comprehensive enough to include academic education, intellectual training, moral education, aesthetic training, and physical education. The age-old doctrine of confining education to 3 hours has been discarded. No curriculum can be identified through both curricular and co-curricular activities in an educational system. Academic work is only part of curriculum. Activities like drama, debates, scouts, Red Cross, drill, school assembly, etc. constitute the other part of the curriculum. Such activities which were once considered extra are now considered as an integral part of the curriculum. They are no longer called extracurricular activities. They are now called as co-curricular activities. The goal of co-curricular activities is to develop the various facets of child's personality development and inculcate a sense of sportsmanship, competitive spirit, leadership, cooperation and team spirit. Now let us discuss about various types of co-curricular activities. Activities for widening the intellectual horizon. These include educational tours, excursion and field trips, visits to museums, zoo, science exhibitions, preparation of models, projects, subject clubs which includes a science club, geography club, history club, etc. Activities for physical development. These include athletics, indoor games, outdoor games, mass drill, swimming, gardening, etc. Activities for literary training. These include debate, symposium, essay writing, school magazine, reading newspapers, organizing extension lectures. Activities for aesthetic development. These include drawing and painting, dramatics, art exhibition, fancy dress, folk songs and folk dance, school and classroom decoration. Activities for social welfare. These include mass prayer and mass drill, Red Cross and first aid services, scouting, girl guiding, social service, and National Cadet Corps. Activities for leisure. Collection of coins of different countries, stamp collections, photography, collection of specimens, stones, etc. Now, activities for moral and spiritual development. These include organization of morning assembly, social service, celebration of birthdays of great men of national and international significance, yoga, meditation, etc. Productive work activities. These include craft work, embroidery, bookbinding, clay work, cardboard work, kitchen gardening, manufacture of teaching aids, etc. Thus, the main theme of modern education, that is all-round development of students, can be achieved only by providing a well-organized and supervised program of co-curricular activities along with the curricular program. With this, I conclude my lecture. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. For now, it's time to say goodbye. Stay blessed.